Here are top 10 mistakes of ICSE class 10 physics student do. Okay, so we have to discuss the basic 10 mistakes. Okay, so and if you know the mistakes, then next important things and how to fix that mistakes. First mistake is ignoring the SI unit and conversion. Okay, that's very important. Okay, maximum number of student mistakes here. They don't know the what is SI unit and how to conversion of SI to CGS and CGS to SI. Okay, so mistakes is a forgotten to write the units or using the incorrect one in numerical problem. Okay, and next is how to fix that mistakes. Always mention the unit in calculation and final answer and practice the conversion. Okay, example like kilometer hour to meter per second or vice versa, meter per second to kilometer per hour. Okay, so that's very important. If you know the mistakes, then solve that, and always the mention the unit. Okay, and some practice here, some hour to meter, so hour to second, second to hour, meter to kilometer, kilometer to meter. Okay, there's a very practice. Next is misunderstanding the graphs. Example, speed time and distance time graph. Okay, and mistakes is the confusion of slope interpretation. The maximum student there is a confusion here. Okay, so what is the meaning of slope? Like acceleration of speed, if there is a slope is another meaning. Okay, so how to fix that? The distance time graph, the slope is speed. Okay, the distance time graph define the slope is speed. Take some, if I consider some example, some like this, taken consider this, that is a distance and that is time graph. Some that is a graph. This slope, actually this slope define that is speed. Okay, that slope, actually this slope define a speed. Okay, and like a speed, distance time graph and a speed time graph, also slope is called acceleration here. Okay, and area under the graph, this is a distance in speed time graph, the area under the graph. Okay, suppose in area under graph, suppose say that taken another example. Suppose speed and that is speed and that is time. Okay, so suppose mm, constant speed, that is constant speed. Okay, so that we consider the area. These are the area. Okay, if I consider this is the area, suppose this area define that distance. Okay, this area define uh, distance. Okay, now the third mistakes. Next jump is incorrect circuit diagram and drawing. Okay, and what is the mistakes? Wrong symbol for components, example ammeter and parallel is a mistake. How to fix that mistakes? Fix the memorize the circuit symbol, that is very important. Memorize the circuit symbol, ensure that ammeter in series, voltmeter in parallel. If you more doubt, create a playlist for class 10 ICSE Physics. Okay, you check the playlist. Discuss the all detailing. Okay, here. Just here we discuss the outline only. Okay, what is the basic mistakes and how to solve the mistakes. This is just outline. Okay, this is not a lecture. Number 4, confusing the reflection and refraction of law. That's very important. What is reflection and what is refraction? These are very two important things. Mistakes. Mixing up the angle of incidence and reflection and refraction. Okay. Maximum student forget what is the incident, what is the reflection, what is the refraction, confusion between these two, what is the reflection and refraction, there is a maximum number of confusion here. Okay, how to fix that? In reflection, you know that incident angle that is equal to reflected angle. Okay, incident as is reflected. In case of refraction, follow Snell's law, sin I, n1 sin I, and that is n2 refractive index sin r. And what is the meaning of r here? That r is refraction, means a refracted angle, that is a reflected angle. That's very two important things. Okay, so that is a reflected and that is refracted. Okay, next number 5, incorrect lens and mirror sign convention. Using the wrong sign of u, v and f in lens and mirror formula. U the object distance from pole, v the image distance from pole, f is the focal length. Okay, how to fix that? Follow the Cartesian sign convention. Object distance is u, negative left of lens and mirror, focal length positive for convex lens and concave mirror, negative for concave lens and convex mirror. Okay, and if you have understand more about these things, there is another lecture here. Okay, you see the lecture series. Okay, I create a playlist. Okay, but if you want to just underline the outline, then you mark that these things are note down. Okay, we pause the video and note down these things. Okay, and next number 6, not differentiating between scalar and vector quantities. Mistakes the treating vector, like example force and velocity is a vector, now someone treating it as a scalar. An example speed and mass is a scalar, now someone treated as that is a vector. That is a okay, that is a error. That is a huge error actually. How to fix? Remember, learn. Remember, vector have magnitude and direction. Example displacement. Scalar had only magnitude. Example distance. Okay, so the magnitude is a distance plus direction, that is equal to called displacement. Okay, the only magnitude is called a scalar and magnitude plus direction is a vector. Okay, number 7, calculation error in electromagnetism and right hand rule. Mistakes is misapplying the Fleming left hand and right hand rule. There is a maximum number of student mistakes for confusion between left and right hand rule. Okay, now how to fix that? Left hand rule for motors, thumb represent the motion, index is a field, middle finger current, and right hand rule for generator, thumb represent motion, index finger represent field, and middle finger represent induced current. Left hand for motor, right hand for generator. Okay. Next, number 8, overlooking energy transformation. What is the mistake is? Not identifying the energy conversion, like example in power plants. Okay, how to fix that? Memorize all key transformation. Let us take an example, thermal plant, chemical to heat, heat to mechanical, mechanical to electrical, like solar cell, light to electrical. Okay. Next mistake is skipping derivation and definition. Okay, skipping the derivation and definition. Mistake is that only memorizing the formula without understanding the derivation. How to fix that? Fix the practice derivation. Example, mere formula, Ohm's law, and grasp the concept. Very important. Okay. Next, number 10. Poor time management in exam. If you do not manage your time, that's a very disaster. Okay. Spending too much time on one question. And how to fix that? Allotted time per section. Take some example. 1 minute for short answer, 3 minutes for numerical. If you not if you need take a more time for short answer, that is the example. If 2 minutes for short answer, 5 minutes for numerical. If your numerical is lengthy, that is a basic time. First, you allocate time section. That's very important. And attempt easy question first. Okay. Attempt easy question first. That's very important. If you call hard question first, if there is an error, and that is a okay, that's too much trouble in mind. Okay, man. Now skip that part. Okay, actually, first do not take any trouble first. So first you solve the easy question. First impression you create the examiner. Okay, then you can go to the hard question. Okay, and there is some bonus tips. Diagram matters. Okay. Always draw a neat and label diagram. Example, ray diagram, circuit, secure full marks. Diagram practice. Need more practice. Avoiding these mistakes and practice consistently, you can score 95% in ICSE Physics. That is possible. Okay. So, thank you and best of luck.